Right.
That one looks better.
What did you have it on? Did you start the stream? Yeah, start the stream, but I tried to mute.
Good afternoon. At this time, we'll call to order the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners for our meeting of Monday, February 23, 2026. Let the record reflect we have a quorum of commissioners, Altman and Harebrant. Before we go further, I would ask that we stand and give a moment of silence for Police Officer Bryant Elliott. He was a young man, 33, who lost his life in service of our folks. Thank you. And if you remain standing, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, this way.
They
changed it.
Thank you. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sure there's a protocol for where it stands. Either we've been wrong the entire time, or we're wrong now.
Okay.
Okay. And another interruption, a little bit in our daily lives, is a good one. We have among us Mr. Ginder, who has for years worked with our Hamilton County Health Department. Jim, if you'll come up, actually it's James.
You're fine.
But he was recently recognized by the Indiana Department of Health with a Hero Award. And anyone that knows Jim or have seen him in action knows that he is a natural educator, and he has done so much to help our people in Hamilton County and help us stay healthy. So we congratulate you, and we would like to recognize you also.
Well, thank you so much.
We appreciate your work.
I'll send this down. Here, let's go this way.
Thank you. And it's rooted in your exemplary dedication, visionary leadership, and steadfast advocacy. And we do appreciate what you do.
He is known everywhere. Any school you go to, all throughout, every Kiwanis, the Rotaries, whatever you know, everybody knows Chip Ginder. Thank you, my friend.
And Jim, you don't have to suffer through our meeting if you don't want. I'm sure you could be much more productive in other locations.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next item, approval of executive session memoranda of today, February 23, 2026.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next is approval of minutes of February 9, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to highway business. Mr. Thurman.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Just have a few items for you today. The first is a release of a bond, letter dated February 23rd. Highway recommends releasing this bond.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is a request permission to advertise. This is advertisement of our first resurface contract for this year, 2601, roads in Jackson Township. And we're advertising this for opening at your second meeting in March, the 23rd.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye. Hey, Joel, where exactly in Jackson Township? What roads specifically?
Mainly 266, 256, and
Okay.
then there are some minor roads included in that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Next items, I'm not sure if these came through your correspondence or not, but hopefully these aren't a big deal. Couple official actions. The first is being
Dump trucks?
the first is regarding school zone speed limit on 146th Street there.
Oh, okay, the one that we discussed
Yes,
before?
we discussed it before. So officially, we are repealing the 30-mile-an-hour zone from 7 to 7 to match what the signs say, 30 miles an hour from 7 to 6. Yeah.
Very good. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
The next is a official action for regulatory signs. These are all speed limit signs and speed limits. It's various roads. I don't know if you all saw this, but it's Chris Bird of our office went through and cleaned up a lot of segments, and these are mainly segments that are small segments that are adjacent to a city segment. Most of these are ones that there are not an official action on the books for. So for an example, Fishers may have a segment, and then we'll have a small 1,000-foot segment, and then they'll continue to have a segment. So if
Are they technically 55? If we
they are
don't
not
have-
55,
Okay.
but we are matching, with the most part, what they have done. There may be a couple in here that we are lowering the speed limit to match what is existing. And it just makes sense that if, Fishers has 80% of the road and they're at 40, that we should have a small section for 45. There are a couple in here that did go up. It's kind of an exception, and I'll go over those real quick. 96th Street, for example, from Allisonville Road out east to Willowview Road. For some reason, we've had it posted 35 miles an hour for all these years, even after our construction back 28 years ago now of all that work. Fishers, most of it all is Fishers. They have it posted at 40, so we're changing that to 40. The other one was 126th Street in Fishers, from Cumberland out to Promise. We had it posted at 35, and again, Fishers has came in and rebuilt that as a 4-lane section, so we're matching what they have. So, be happy to answer any questions you may have, but otherwise it's
No,
pretty-
makes sense. Motion to approve.
Second. I do have a question on the 20 mile an hour from 37 to Strawtown, Madison Street. Well,
Yeah, and
I
if you're
think
familiar
we-
with that area, that's really an exception to what we typically deal with. If you travel up 37 Some people in the area call it a cut-through road, which we find it hard to believe that people would cut through. But it's a very small segment. It's very, very narrow. I'm not even sure the width of the road, but it's definitely not 2 lanes. Do you have any more history, Chris, that may help?
Well, in the 25 mile an hour, I mean, those are just so low.
Very short segment as well.
Yeah, tell me it's like 20 feet.
It's probably not, it's probably under a tenth of a mile there from 37 up to Strawtown. That's one where a 20-mile-an-hour sign was posted there, but when I went back through and checked, I kind of realized that there was no official action that backed up having that 20-mile-an-hour sign on that, so that was kind of how that one. And so, like the one intersection that it tees into that, it's, I think on our maps we call it Warman Street, it runs from Essig over to Madison. That one, a study a few years ago did have it coming in as 20. So it kind of didn't, I mean, even at that all the signs that are on there's also a no truck sign. They're posted on the left side. It's just that narrow that there wasn't really a good spot to put it on, kind of driver's right there at the intersection with 37. So it's so short, it doesn't make sense to have anything higher than that.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just remember sitting in a Carmel City Council meeting when they had just annexed our roads and decided everything should be 30 miles an hour so people don't get confused. And that, to me, was the worst explanation I had ever heard. So, I don't think people get confused that easily. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's all I have. I think Brad has 2 or 3 items for you.
Just a few, couple. First, I'd like to back up to agreements and ask to be able to amend your agenda today to entertain an agreement for a vehicle services contract.
Motion to amend the agenda.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This just came in this morning, that's why it's late in terms of getting on the agenda, but we need to get it done. What this is a vehicle maintenance services contract with Stoops Freightliner for the repair of trucks and vehicles throughout the year. And as we now have to have vehicle maintenance service contracts with all of the vendors that do repairs with our equipment and fleet, this is the first one that you'll be
Is this
seeing.
part of the new procurement?
It is. You'll see many, many others later with tire stores and other vendors.
How will this slow down getting some of this stuff?
It will, at least initially, because we don't have these contracts. This particular truck here that this is dealing with was one that went down during the snowstorm. And it's not completely fixed at this time. And that's why we wanted to get it done. Otherwise, we'd wait for another commissioner meeting.
Andrew,
to
would
get
there
the
be any,
contract.
objection in regard, I mean, there's gonna be some items that we may not have time. We need to just jump on it and get it done now.
We have 2 right now that need tire service.
I mean, what can we put in this language that gives him maybe the authority to be able to, I mean, because if we get a snowstorm, I mean, we gotta get this stuff done. We can't wait.
Yes, sir. So if there's an emergency situation, they can definitely enter into an agreement like that, and we would just basically come back and have it ratified or have an agreement after the fact.
So is that a motion?
Yes,
Second, all in favor?
aye.
There's your new policy.
I have one quick question, though, is can the quote from the vendor serve as the contract, or can a purchase order with a vendor serve as a contract?
That's a legal question.
Well, I mean, so ideally, we would be putting our contract provisions in. Very often, those quotes aren't going to contain our contract provisions. So in order to protect the county, the ideal circumstance would be to have legal review that and have our contract terms.
Understood, but can you imagine the tire store looking at that? I'm just being,
Yeah, I mean, this is a
I don't
little
wanna lose
bit different.
vendors.
Well, I mean, I think it would depend on what they say. I think a lot of businesses would be very happy happy to have our business for a year or multiple year contracts. So I'm not sure if there are businesses that are opposed to our contracts.
Well, could you look into that maybe a little bit more? I just don't want to slow down anything that we need as soon as possible to make sure that our community, stays open.
Absolutely.
There's 2 copies there.
Okay, I don't think we have a motion on these contracts, do you?
Correct.
So we have 2
They're-
contract services,
they're-
they're both with
They're
Freightliners,
both
just the
the
same?
same thing, there's just 2
Okay.
of them there.
Make a motion to approve the contracts, but with the amended emergency
Provision,
provision.
yeah. And that the emergency provisions apply to any department,
Yes.
if we gotta get it done, we get
Yeah.
it done. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The next thing I have for you is the recommendations from the highway annual bid program that we did. Mark, that's just the draft, if you want to follow
Oh,
along.
okay.
You're welcome to. But we reviewed the bids and the proposals that we received. We have the following recommendations for you. This is for the period of March 1st to February 28th of 2027. For category 1, for aggregates, our recommendation is to award this to Irving Materials for both stone and gravel. For bituminous mixes, our recommendation is to award to E&B Paving. We had already renewed our liquid asphalt agreement. For pipes and drainage structures, our recommendation is to award to Metal Culverts, Inc. For pre-engineered timber bridges, our recommendation is with American Timber Bridge Culvert. And for fuel, gasoline, our recommendation is again with Keystone Co-op. And with pavement traffic markings, which was an RFP, our recommendation is to go with CE Hughes, which is really air marking for our painted markings and our thermoplastic markings. For weed and brush control, for spring and fall fertilization, our recommendation is to go with True Green. Our grass growth regulation program was renewed with Dalton earlier. For tree and stump removal, which was an RFP, our recommendation is to go with Save a Tree. And for traffic signal maintenance, which was an RFP, our recommendation is to stay with Signal Construction Incorporated. And for mowing, we did a renewal this year for mowing. So those are our recommendations for the annual bids. We appreciate your concurrence and approval.
Motion to approve.
Second discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The last thing I have for you right now is the request to procure equipment. We had in our budget this year to purchase 2 snow dump trucks, and we'd like to now proceed on with that procurement. We'll be using Sourcewell for the actual, their negotiated contracting pricing with national manufacturers, but we'll have local vendors actually working through with local vendors. So request your approval to move ahead.
So moved.
Second discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Great.
you, guys.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Moving along, ISSD, Chris Mertens. Change the name of that department.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Hello. I got one item on the agenda. It's for a ceiling microphone for our conference room downstairs. That's it.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and unless you are enamored with ISSD,
Yeah.
feel free to come up with a new idea for the
Yeah.
department name.
All right.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
I know it doesn't.
Commissioner committee reports.
I have none other than I've spent a lot of time down at the State House on a lot of bills, so a lot going on down there. So that's it.
Speaking of which, do you want to have ratification of our bill in opposition for House Bill 1?
Yes, make a motion to approve it.
Okay, the House bill?
Yeah, the letter that we're gonna send out.
Right, but it's related to Bill X. What's X? House Bill 101?
10:01.
1001. Now, I think he has spent a lot of time on that, and it is a significant, the proposed House Bill 1001 is a significant erosion of home rule, and we strongly oppose that because we're the ones that deal with the problems in the community.
Well, what I really don't like about it is there's no opportunity for public hearing to hear from the people. Someone could just decide to build a house right behind your house, and they can use whatever materials they want to use and do whatever they want to do, don't have to go through the permitting process. But our core value at the Indiana County Commissioners Association is home rule. It's number one. And we have to deal with the people that live here. All the work that we do to make this a better quality of life and why people move here is because we listen to the people that are here and our citizens. And they're trying to take over that and just, we have no public input whatsoever and no decisions from an elected officials basis. So it's just,
not to
it's
be said that
ridiculous.
some reforms probably need to be made
Yeah.
to make sure our processes work correctly, and I think swiftly where needed, but this is just a sledgehammer to do a hammer's job. So is there a motion to voice our opposition to the state legislature?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And we will commemorate that with a direct letter. Any other report?
No.
Okay, I don't have anything of significance either. Attorney,
Yes, the first item we have is a right of entry. This is for 9615 East 148th Street in relation to a project that we're working on right now with Buildings and Grounds.
is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Then we also had, for the board's approval, we'd like to ratify Commissioner Hairbrandt's signature on a grant writer agreement for the sheriff's office.
For the grant, yeah.
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's all for us. Thank you.
Okay. Director of Administration.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Few items for you this afternoon. First one, introducing for your review, approval, and signature, an event application for the 2026 Indiana Peony Festival. If you approve, the county, it will take place on May 16th on the county square. This application has been processed and recommended for approval by Buildings and Grounds.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it if someone tells me the correct saying for what we called in Fort Wayne peonies. But I hear people call them peonies or peonies. Anybody know what's accurate?
A flower.
All in favor?
Aye.
Introducing for your review, approval, and signature, disbursement request number 16 payable to BW Construction LLC for services provided at the 911 Communications Center project totaling $2,374,508.10.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're still moving along well with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Item number 3, introducing for your review, approval, and signature is an addendum to the Task Force Systems on behalf of Hamilton County Emergency Operations. This addendum, if approved, will offer significant upgrades to the hardware utilized by the county's radio tower sites and also all public safety personnel utilizing the radios. Task Force Systems supports the county's public safety radio personnel by assisting in identifying radio signal issues and geographical mapping. This addendum shall not exceed $540,000 through February 23rd of 2028. It's recommended for approval by Hamilton County Emergency Operations and has been reviewed by the legal department.
Motion to approve.
Second, and it's coming out of the 911 fund?
Yes, ma'am.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Item number 4, introducing for your information is a strategic plan submitted on behalf of Hamilton County Historical Society for 2026 through 2028, and they're just submitting it for your attention only.
Is there a motion to accept their strategic plan?
Motion to accept.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 5, introducing for your review, approval, and signature is a contract for legal services between Hamilton County and Ann M. O'Hara and Ann Hensley Poindexter to provide legal services and counsel for the formation of a community land trust. The total remuneration under the introduced contract is not to exceed $35,000 if approved.
Motion to approve.
I'll second with the disclosure that Ms. Poindexter is currently a partner with the firm I was associated with, but I'm no longer associated with, so I do not feel I have a conflict. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item number 6, introducing for your review, approval, and signature, an event application for the 2026 Community Arts Festival Earth Day event for the Courthouse Square. If you approve it, it'll be held on April 22nd through April 25th. The application's been reviewed by the Department of Buildings and Grounds, recommended for approval.
So moved.
Second. Sounds like fun. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item number 7, introducing for your approval is a candidate for appointment to the Hamilton North Public Library Board. The library director, Miss Stacy Treese, has recommended to you all Miss Kristen Quakenbush to be appointed to this position from her team, and she had no objections within their library staff for her appointment.
Motion to appoint.
I'll second. I understood it came from the board itself.
Yes, it was Miss Treese, and she spoke on behalf of the board, so
Okay.
it was recommended.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those are all the items. I just want to give a shout out, commissioners, and thank EMA and Building and Grounds. The Health Department experienced a water line break this week suddenly overnight, and they teamed up, and we were able to open for business as normal and get it repaired. So special thanks to Steve Wood and his staff and Ryan Tennyson and EMA staff.
Miracle. It
Ditto.
really was.
Yep.
That was yeoman's work. Okay. Anything else? We're good.
No, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Auditor. Or, excuse me, sheriff. Oh, my gosh. And he carries a gun. Sorry.
So we just have one item, the Accurate Virtual Crime Center, and so it provides us access to thousands of databases so that we can help identify a person or like addresses, associates, those types of things. It's a common law enforcement service, and it's a subscription that we'd like to partake of. We actually trialed it, and it was really beneficial to us on our investigations and our real-time information center. So,
Motion to approve.
Second.
thank you.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Auditor.
Good
Good
afternoon.
Okay. I could use the help.
I do have one item that's not on the agenda, and this is a contract with Indy.gov. It's a partnership between the state of Indiana and Tyler, Indiana, and to provide services to the real property department for online payment processing.
Oh, okay.
Solid Waste uses it, it's the same, it's
Motion to approve.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
just need to sign it just
Make me.
yeah, twice. I have capital asset disposal
So
notification.
moved.
Second. Discussion? Are those being sold through Gov Deals? Do you know?
I'm going to, let me see which ones they are.
They were all the same amount. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I am,
Maybe not. They were all like $5,000
yeah,
disposal.
5.
Because are we cycled out of the enterprise contract yet?
That you have.
I think Mike should probably.
No, ma'am. Enterprise contract's in effect. The majority of our fleet through the sheriff's office goes through Enterprise, and the sheriff's very happy with that service. And we have some other departments who have elected to use it, so.
Well, I think we need to get a handle on the acquisitions and have a policy.
Yes, so I met with the auditor offline. I think we'll have a proposal for you here very soon.
Okay, thank
For you to
you.
entertain.
Work on it.
So there's a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, I didn't have the answer for you, but I'm sure we'll go through.
It was Enterprise.
Yeah.
It's a pretty well set figure.
This is the clerk's monthly report.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Treasurer's monthly report.
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Health Trust monthly expenditure report.
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Payroll claims.
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
And
We
vendor
all
claims.
like that fast.
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's all I have.
Thank
Great.
you. And do we know where we are on the remaining contract?
Give me 1 minute, I'll go find out.
Find out while we sign these, please. We will revisit the attorney's portion of the,
They already approved this, Mayor. Commissioners, I would request a motion to approve, subject to legal review, to have the Board of Commissioners President sign and authorize Exhibit B of the Hamilton County Judicial Center BOT agreement for the Judicial Center project with a guarantee max price of $70,202,793. And Envoy will then provide an updated guarantee max price report that reflects that dollar amount and that shows Envoy and Garmong are partners on this project. So I apologize for the wordy motion, but if you would so move, that would be much appreciated.
I just clarify one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
We've reviewed several options to be able to come within budget. What option does this align with?
Option one, from what we presented today.
Okay,
or at the-
as was presented?
Yes, ma'am. The scope of the project, yes, yeah, yeah.
And the dollar amount of the
Yes, ma'am.
project?
Motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I believe this handles the items to be handled in our large meeting, and we'll go back to work session in about 5 minutes in room 1A. Public is welcome, where we'll talk about soil and water, GO Rail, and tourism. Thank you all.